Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. This is going to be your stock watch list for the 20th of May, Monday. So on my last video, I did let's get ready for the week ahead, but I don't like to keep the videos too long. It was getting up to 20 minutes. So a good site, benzinga.com news. So take a look at the IPO outlook for the week ahead. All right, we do have some IPOs coming out this week coming up. And the other thing is the week ahead for in biotech conferences, PDUFA dates. So just click on that, and then you can see what's coming up for PDUFA dates, clinical readouts, and there's some biotech IPOs coming up this week. So I was trying to keep that other video short. Just bookmark that site. I'll put it down in the comments for you, and then you'll have that. But meant to talk about that on the previous video and forgot to do so. All right, so in case you didn't watch the other video, we'll just talk about the SPY for a few seconds. All right, and the market. So let's go to a chart that doesn't have a gazillion lines on it. So here's the SPY. Right, we're all battling around the 50 SMA right now. We're in that range, 280 up to about 289. We have Trump tweeting out over the weekend here. Let me bring it into the shot. Just came out about 18 minutes ago. So things are heating up a little bit with Iran that may move the oil market up and oil stocks up this week. Donald Trump tweeting out about 18 minutes ago, if Iran wants to fight, that will be the official end of Iran. All right, never threaten the United States again. So I just wanted to throw that out there. This coming courtesy of the Trade Exchange news service also. By the way, some top insider purchases, then I'll get this out of your way, that came out for Friday: FRGI, AGLE, EIGI, CSU, LCUT, AMED, direct to purchase 2,500 shares at $111.84. By the way, you had INNT do a 41 million shelf on that one. ONTX announces a 5 million ATM offering through Roth. So that's some stories that came out over the Friday and over the weekend. So I just wanted to point out that Iran news. So let's go ahead and get into that watch list. Now, out of the cannabis names here, ACB holding up pretty well, 19 million shares traded. It has a lot of shares out there, so it's a tough one to move. But if it can take out the highs here from Friday, that 905, 910 area, may want to keep this ACB. Now, it did move down into the close on Friday. We'll see if this wants to turn back up. Now, I'll be watching the futures in the overnight session tonight to see how they do with those Trump comments. So we'll see how the market opens up tomorrow also. But I have a little bit for everybody out here. Now, this ADVM, I'm not going to chase this one around tomorrow, but for the week, very strong, 2.6 million. We do a video each night, so I'll keep my eye on this ADVM. Obviously, I would like a pullback in it. It closed very strong Friday, 2.6 million. So we'd like a little bit of a pullback and a setup on that one. Keep it on your watch. AMAT came out with earnings on Thursday. We actually traded this at Zozo Stockwatch on Friday. We got a nice move up from 42.50 all the way up to 44 and change on this name on Applied Materials. So they just had earnings. It's holding up in the semi space. A lot of stocks in the semi space have been taking hits, but Applied Materials beat on earnings. So this is definitely one to keep on watch. Ameren quietly holding support down here around that $16 area. It went outside the Bollinger Band here, then came back into it. So we'll keep it on watch, see if there's any possible continuation. Looking at BABA for possible short, right? If we have the trade wars and they continue to heat up between China and the United States, this BABA could get interesting. The low here was 168.49. So watch that break of maybe 168 on BABA for the possible short. I'll talk about Tesla also real fast since I'm talking about shorts. So Tesla here, to me, you have these lows from Friday Friday of 208.92. Now, I would rather it move back up a little bit, maybe come back up to this 220 spot, and then maybe we get a better short out of it, but that's $9 away. So depending on how the market opens up, maybe the midpoint of this candle, right around that 216, 215 area. So I'll be watching Tesla to the short side. I think it's headed like a magnet down to that 200 area. If it breaks that 200 area, we could possibly see, 180 handle on Tesla. When I was looking at the weekly, that's another area that stuck out as support for TSLA. Now, it all depends what Elon Musk, he might tweet something or email something. So we'll see on Tesla for the short side. Another one watching for the short side is Baidu, right? Had their earnings. They missed on earnings. So this stock got walloped here, and we'll see if there's any more continuation move to the downside on Baidu. As far as, if the markets are sour this week, keep an eye on SDS. Last week we went down on the markets on Monday about 600 points, excuse me. So keep an eye on SDS as the SPY moves down, SDS moves up, or you could keep an eye on SPXU, kind of the same thing. It's an inverse. Keep an eye on that, or pick your poison if you like TVIX intraday, right? Volatility play. Keep an eye on TVIX for an intraday setup. For intraday use only. Do not hold TVIX overnight. The other thing you might want to watch is the TZA. As the IWM moves down, TZA will move up. So IWM threatening maybe to push out of the Bollinger Band here. So keep an eye on TZA. As I said, IWM moves down, TZA will move up, has that 10 spot up ahead on TZA. Keep it on your watch. Now, as far as some smaller stocks to keep an eye on for the week ahead, this BLIN came up on my radar, 1.4 million shares. Now, I really don't like this chart much, but if we can get over this $6 area, maybe put it on like a back burner watch on BLIN. 1.4 million shares came into it on Friday. Not in love with it. CLIR, a nice move up here. Volume a little bit light though, 187 on the volume. But if you can get up over this 110 spot, maybe more volume will come in on this one. CLIR. CTRX. Now this one has a little under 100, under a million shares. 860,000 shares, has that $1.50 number that it popped up to. So keep this one on your radar, CTXR. GLBS, a shipper, was getting some volume on Friday, 1 million shares, has the 50 SMA up ahead and that 350 number. 50 SMA is at 354 on GLBS. And then you might, if GLBS gets moving, you might want to keep some of the other shippers on watch, Dries or DSX, TNK, GNK, to name a few. ESEA is a under $1 shipper. Tops is another shipper. But GLBS had the most action on Friday, so I'll be watching that one. IRWD. Big volume, 5.7 million came into this stock. Maybe some type of red to green move with like a pullback in it. Then maybe the dip buyers show up. Looks like it's trying to, turn the corner here on IRWD. MGNX is a possibility on this name. Let's take a look at it on my line chart. So SGNX has this 1906 area. If we can get over this $19 area, it might get interesting on MGNX. Volume about 965,000 shares on that one. MYSZ, if you go out to my Twitter feed, I put the news that came out on MYSZ at Zozo Stockwatch. I'm out there on Twitter. You could read the news, and I put the chart with it also. Was popping up on that Friday news. 8.3 million shares. Don't know if it's going to take out this 105 area on it, MYSZ, but it pulled back to about 75 cents here. So it gave up a lot of the gains, but we'll keep it on watch. NOVN. 175 is in the way right now, and then you have that 181 area for this name, 400,000 shares. A little bit light on the volume. The declining 200 SMA. It's right up near it right now, so keep it on watch. Might set up. OCX, pretty chart here, very nice chart. Has 568 up ahead. Would like to see some more volume come into this. 600,000 shares though, so maybe this one a red to green move type of a move, a pullback reversal on OCX. OTLK, we traded this in the service on Friday. 76 million shares came into this name, and then previously it had a big share day on Thursday. You have that 270 area up ahead, right where it spiked up to, then pulled back to about 210. So we'll see if it sets up again for tomorrow and the week ahead. Let me see. RBZ, not a great looking chart, but we traded this on Friday. We actually caught this one coming up over 575, 580 area. This thing popped almost $1 on RBZ, so I'll have it on watch now. It's a tricky trader. It's usually spready. You have to play it with light shares if you do mess around with RBZ, RBZ. 3.2 million shares on Friday on this name. Like I said, we took it coming right over this 575, 580 area for the nice pop. Then it gave most of it pretty much back, but it'll be on watch. They also had news on Friday. I put that out on my Twitter feed also. SESN looks interesting if they can get this one maybe over. Everybody will be watching this $1.50, $1.52 area on SESN volume 3.2 million. So I have the volume. I have a nice setup here. This is probably one of my favorite looking charts on the list. So keep this one on watch. But there's a lot of eyes out there on it. So just be aware of that. Let's see what else. For more conservative traders, and if the market, if they're looking for a flight to safety kind of a stock, AT&T has that 32 area up ahead. Also, Verizon was getting some buying on Friday, another kind of flight to safety dividend stock. Keep this one on your watch. Looks pretty here. Held the 200, as you can see, that 56 area. Possible swing trade in Verizon or AT&T. You might want to keep both of those on your watch. Under Armour coming up from the bottom here has this $21 area up ahead. The high on Friday, 2085. You see the volume. They got an upgrade on Friday, I believe it was. I forget by which tier one company. I'm gonna guess and say it was Goldman Sachs, but I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. But keep an eye on Under Armour. You can play either UA or UAA. The same thing. UA is a little bit cheaper though, so keep that on watch for the week and maybe for tomorrow. This VTVT. Not in love with this chart. Volume 1.2 million shares. Needs to get above the highs from Thursday, 167, or at least get back above the 50 SMA, which is at 162. So maybe 165. Take the difference. Or if you want to wait for it to take out the highs here over that 167 spot for VTVT, trying to break the trend to the upside here, turn the corner back up. But it is still below the 200 SMA on VTVT. All right, folks, I'm going to leave it there. This is Mike from Zozo Stockwatch. Oh, by the way, wait, I have one more. WTTR volume came in on this thing, 2.4 million shares on WTTR. Looks like it was ticking up a little bit more in the after hours on Friday. A big move up, then it kind of flagged, held above VWAP on the 5-minute chart. So keep this one on watch. Maybe if it pulls back, we might get a play in this on WTTR. I've never traded this thing, so I can't say if it's spready or not. Check your level 2 for this name to check the spreads. And if it is spready, just play it with light position size. All right, that's about it. This is Mike. That's your watch list for Monday. If you could, please hit the like button so YouTube will promote our videos and we can build up our channel. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and have a very good day trading for Monday. We'll be back at it Monday night with another Stocks to Watch video. Have a great night, everybody, and enjoy Game of Thrones if you're watching it. Tonight is the finale. Have a great night and a good day trading tomorrow. This is Mike from Zozo Stock Watch.